Welcome to episode whatever of Brad's Ultra XCR conversion Black Friday Ultra project thing that's been going on for 6 months.
Oh, it's more like 8.
It's been a while. It's actually been since Black Friday. So as you can see, we're all done except for cleaning the carbs, right?
Good one, John. Funny.
All right.
Next episode. Maybe.
The first thing we're going to do is put in this 0W40 motor oil into the water pump because that's a 96 only thing. Water pump Tim will tell you the exact amount to put in, and if I'm wrong, Tim, we got a while till I fire this. Hopefully you'll see the video. But I believe it's 50 milliliters. There is a little sight glass on the water pump. We're going to start there, and then we're going to get the motor bolted down. We're going to stick the gas tank on, and we're going to start assembling and cobra-fabbling things until we make something that goes brap. Brap.
I like that.
Crap.
All right, we're over looking at the water pump. The first thing I did is find my ratio right, and I'm not sure. Can you see that? I'm not sure how Brad feels about that dead spider and blue Polaris oil, so we'll clean that out. What do we got going on? I need a different funnel?
Yeah, the funnel doesn't...
Oh, that's a tiny opening.
Yeah.
Spit on it, Dennis.
Look at how small that opening is.
Oh.
All right, one of us must have something that small, so we'll look into that quick and we'll be right back.
I think I see one.
All right, if you got a ratio right, the smallest graduation is 50 milliliters. And let me tell you that 0W40 pours like water, but I think that's what it's supposed to do. Here we go. Details, you got the funnel. Fill in the water pump, yep. We'll let that drip for a second because we don't want to get 48 milliliters.
I was going to say you should have put 52 in there.
I don't think there's a milliliter left of residual.
Can you see it in there?
Yeah, I can see it. There's the sight glass. I don't know if it'll come out on video. Looks like maybe. If you do it just right, it's a quarter of the way up the sight glass. So it's to the sight glass. I'm gonna give Tim a call, maybe send him a picture of this and make sure he's happy with that. We might have to put in like 5 more milliliters or something, but we can do that. You just got to pull the pipe off. What do we get going on? Motor mounts?
We're going to try it.
Are you happy with this coolant pipe here?
Yeah,
Yep.
we put it, try fit it.
It fit?
Yep.
All right, that's what she said.
Nuts.
That's another thing. All right, this top pipe, I think we're going to try to find another piece of 3/4 inch hose for this section. I should have some fresh 3/4 hose around for
Is it
that.
nuts?
I think we're going to reuse this 90 up here, though. And just push it on. Oh, and it just needed to push on.
Do we need a washer?
Oh, look at how much better that is now. We need a nut and a washer on...
The bottom end for these motor mounts.
I don't think we're going to get a washer on there. The way this worked out,
No, it's
Yeah,
too
there's
tight.
not a lot of thread left.
I think if we get a nut underneath there... This is a limited lifespan racing snowmobile, right? We're not expecting this to meet full expectations of life. We're expecting it to make some passes.
What? Give us a feedback on how much nitrous it should hold.
How much nitrous can we put in an Ultra 680 in a wedge hood with the motor mount fiasco that you've already watched?
Ow! Could get a new bolt.
Brad says, what's next? I don't remember. It's been so long since we took it apart. What do you guys think's next?
We took it apart and put it together.
We'll put it
we should
together?
clean the carbs.
Clean the carbs?
No.
Where's your new bolts?
I think we stick the carbs on so we know where they go, and put the airbox junk on, and put the...
We already had that all on once.
Yeah, we got to put the fuel tank on, and then we got to figure out how to mount up the ignition stuff.
It all mounts up to the airbox.
Well, but it doesn't. We're only using half the airbox, right?
No, we're using the whole airbox.
Well, airbox fit.
We better put the fuel tank on and see where this takes us then.
I have to go get it. Sure.
All right, a little something I learned from watching my buddy Todd's channel. One thing we did not do was we didn't unhook any of those wires to the coils so that they won't get in the wrong order. Todd did that, or his son did that on one of their sleds, and that was no good. However, we do have a couple grounds down here. What's this? Well, that's a ground. This is a ground. We got to ground these grounds. So we'll get the grounds grounded. The wires are still hooked up. See, I did color code the wires with a green, a red, and an orange paint pen. But so we're getting the coils back on, the fuel pump hooked up. Yeah, we got a lot of work to go. I got to get this chunk of hose off that goes to the fuel tank. But we're starting to get there. Now, the rest of the ignition isn't really that much to mount. It's just one long wire that goes to the CDI box, and we'll plug it in down to the stator, and then we'll figure out where we can reach that. So that's what we're doing. Dennis is locking it all down.
We gotta get those two grounds. I think it's this one.
Yep, the grounds probably go in the middle, I would assume. Probably two different bolts so that we're sure they're grounded.
That one needs a ground.
We think.
We think.
You guys are killing me.
Dennis has got the oil bottle. You can see we got the Cool Guy XCR gas tank up there.
We gotta take that fuel tank out.
We got to take the fuel tank out. That's one of the compromises we made, is that you can't take the oil bottle in and out with the fuel tank in place. Life is full of compromises. We can live with that one.
Plug and play.
Sure. Damn near. But we do like that Cool Guy XCR tank. But if we find a clear tank like that for Brad,
Yes, definitely buying it.
yeah.
We are looking for a seat cover for this XCR seat.
Yep. That's not bad. We can get that off at eBay if we have to. I think Scotty's sled shop. I think Scotty's, is that where you use, Dennis?
Yep.
Yeah, we like that cover he made for the XLT.
Oh, yeah, that is a nice one.
Yeah.
That neoprene.
Yep. So I want to take you guys back in time. I guess look up there to the beginning of the series. We were just gonna clean the carbs, right, Brad?
Clean the carbs.
Clean the carbs, because Brad bought this Ultra, and it ran pretty good. And then you could see as we tore into it, things went downhill, and it had a bad piston, and then it had a crank that was beyond redemption, and now we still haven't cleaned the carbs.
But hey,
And
that's the next episode.
We probably won't clean the carbs.
We're cleaning the carbs. We always clean the carbs. We always do. But we're trying to put them on for the test fit right now.
One lungers.
Yeah, one lunger is only one carb to clean. So we're going to get them carbs on. We're going to get the airbox together. We're going to attempt to make sure that we have a place to mount that CDI box, and if by some miracle that all works out, then we'll take it all apart again and start doing things for real.
Take this off and put each carb in by itself.
I think that's what we did last time. But when you pull it out, they all come out at once.
Yeah, well, it's because they're coming out.
Yeah.
Here's yours.
1, 2, 3.
Well, we like triples.
3 carburetors.
Missing the hose clamp on that.
All 3 of them.
Oh, we're going to have to find those. Jeez. This is going to be like an Easter egg hunt for Ultra parts around this shop pretty soon.
They're mixed in with the rear end over there.
I think someone
Yeah.
stole my carburetors.
I think those clamps, I used them for shims on the Dana 44. I
They
don't
don't
know.
fit. Throw the thing away.
They don't fit.
We're done. Carbs don't fit, even though they fit before. We're done.
car tight.
Yeah.
All right,
Some lube.
we're gonna lube them up. That's what she said. Give it some lube. All right, we're trying to get the air box together,
Go
and
like this.
we got a little problem. It's kind of not working with the air box. So Larry Warner
With the oil.
comments on all the videos. He's a great guy, and hopefully he had some foam he told me about. Larry, leave me a comment again. Where do I get this special air box foam to put across here? Because we're going with the bottom of the air box here. We're not going to put the top on, and then we're going to bolt the CDI to something somewhere. We're not sure. Maybe we'll just let it flop loose next to the exhaust pipes.
Zip tie.
On top of it.
On top of the pipe?
Yes.
Are they heat resistant?
Yes.
Okay.
Makes it run way better.
Airbox likes heat. We were going to mount the airbox back over here, one way or the other. I think that's where the airbox actually goes, because we can't.
Not the airbox.
This is our downfall. We mostly got this conversion to work, but we can't get it to fit with this oil bottle in this Ultra airbox. We're kind of hosed there. We'll maybe try it again. We'll play with it a little.
Go the opposite direction? No.
Well, we'll play with it a little. If we get it, we'll bring you back, but
There's 2 in 1.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
I don't see.
All right, here's where we're at. We just had a powwow. This is what we decided. So, over the top of the airbox here, we're going to epoxy screen over the top of the airbox. Literally screen just to keep big chunks out. And then if we come up with that chunk of foam Larry was talking about, we'll put it over the top of that. Dennis is already, you want to show him where you got the CDI box routed to? So Dennis has got the CDI box routed back there. That's where it's going to live.
Right there.
We're going to put it right there. I'm going to figure out, we're going to get some well nuts so we can put it on there, you know, XLT style with well nuts. And we're mostly there. What do you guys think?
Clean the carbs.
Clean the carbs, weld up the pipes.
We don't need no pipes. We don't need no screen.
We got to weld up some pipes. We got to do the screen with some epoxy. But it's coming along. We're starting to get there. We're starting to get to the point where in another episode or two, I think this thing's gonna run.
How many episodes do we need, man?
Like 15, because it's the off season. And what do we do? What do we do in the off season? I guess we do everything.
Different chassis.
We do everything but sleds in the off season.
That's all right. We will be on the trails this year.
It'll be on the trails this
On the
year.
radar run.
Well,
We'll probably even break it twice and still fix it and get it on the trails. That's my guess. 2 breakages, 2 repairs, back on the trails.
Minimum.
Now, by trails we mean ditch banging up to EJ's. We're not saying it's going to do an iron dog, but it'll get to EJ's and
it
back.
could definitely do the iron dog.
If we get to EJ's and back, I'm going to be pretty happy with this thing.
No cattails.
No cattails. Something's missing. What's missing?
How does that attach?
God damn it, we gotta take the track out again.
No!
Zip ties. We ain't taking the track out.
So we always pressure test the cooling system here at Nutter Speed Shop. I got this handy old Stant adapter there that Brad's using. Works pretty good. And we found our leak. We have like a massive leak at the water pump. Can you hear that on the camera? We can hear it live. It's bad. I don't know if we damaged an O-ring or what the F is going on, but we're going to fix that before we proceed any further. What about that idea we weren't going to pull the motor out again?
We're not pulling the motor out again.
We can't get the water pump off without pulling the motor out.
I'm going home.
Look, it's going to hit right here before we get it off.
Got a chop saw.
We got the gear.
Got the partner saw. We'll cut it.
Should we,
Split it in half.
let's find a 12-volt water pump and just hook it in there. Like, just screw this crazy Ultra pump. I'll make a block-off plate.
Can't we just do air cooled?
Sure. It's been done, but usually on a 650 base, not an ultra base.
It actually doesn't look like it's sitting in all the way, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
We're
'Cause it's bolted in.
we're missing an O-ring or something dumb, or we're either missing an O-ring or we pinched an O-ring, and I'm gambling that we pinched it. So we're going to disassemble as far as we need to, and we'll get that water pump off.
Damn it.
Just like the Rodson, well, kind of like the Rodson on Roadkill, this is the sled that never fails to fail. Who would think that we cut an O-ring or whatever the deal is? We don't even know yet. We're going to take it apart on Sunday and find out. That'll be the next video, which maybe if we get lucky, I'll release Wednesday, the day before the Princeton swap. Anyways, I don't know. You guys got any commentary on this? What do you think's going on?
We might get that O-ring fixed and the carbs cleaned in one episode.
But I still have to weld up the pipes. The pipes are pitted, nasty. We're going to have to break out the TIG welder on the pipes before we can get too much further.
If anybody has a set of pipes for an Ultra that fits in an XCR chassis,
Or any
yeah,
wedge.
Princeton.
Any wedge chassis. Like a 96 Ultra was a wedge.
We'll be in Princeton.
So we're
and,
looking
definitely
for
interested.
looking for 96 Ultra pipes. So there you go. Can't win, you just lose. But nobody can say we're not real here on Nutter Speed Shop. We show you the fails. We don't edit them out. You can't win them all. Hell, we can't win half of them sometimes. But
It's the life of a big block Polaris.
We get through it.
yeah, we're putting a big block in a small block chassis. But we'll get there eventually. And once again, thanks to our patrons, Aaron and Michael. We appreciate you guys, and everybody else. Please help us with the beer and pizza fund, because after
I'm
tonight,
hungry.
we need to improve morale around here after tonight, to be honest with you.
Sled is beating us down.
The last thing I expected was to pump up the cooling system and find a massive air leak. So, anyways, we'll see you in a week at Princeton.
Save it for Sunday.